silly. You don't go around with your medical records going into shops saying, oh, this is what I have. You know, I'm HIV positive. I had the clap last week. You don't walk around. That's why it's confidential. That's why it's confidential.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Family Chattings podcast. Say hi everyone.
Hi.
Hey. This week we're going to be talking about the news and current affairs, as well as why do we as Black people not support our own? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so news and current affairs. Let's start with Prince Philip. It's his funeral tomorrow. He lived until 99. What are your views on the media coverage of this? Anybody want to jump in?
That they've bombarded the TV since last week with him all day. And have you seen that they've got complaints?
People complain that complaint page.
Yeah, because people don't want to. Sorry, some people don't want to see it. That much of it. It's gone from 8 till 8, and it's too much. It's too much.
It was a lot. I mean, my mum, when he died, they cancelled the whole of the programs, didn't they? And my mum was like, "Oh no, there's no loose women." So I think she was more interested in loose women than she was that he died. So it has been a lot of coverage on him.
Yeah.
You got a few media outlets trying to blame Meghan for his death. What they do, you know. She can't do any right, really.
But so, I mean, him being 99 and his plethora of health issues have nothing to do with his death. It's Meghan.
They're saying that because of when the interview went out, but the interview went out when he was in hospital.
Right, exactly. Already sick and already frail. Like, I mean,
he would have known what was going on, because nobody would be. When you're in a hospital, no one brings bad news to you anyway. So he wouldn't have known about none of that. They're just trying to just put something on Meghan.
To blame somebody,
nothing to do with that.
And even in a condition, because she's pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he lived a long life. Surely they can rejoice in that, you know, 99, not many people reach that, you know. It's not something I've been keeping up with, you know. We all have a time to go, and it was his.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't think it was too much coverage. I was quite glad that they had something on the telly instead of the COVID and the vaccine. It kind of took all of that away because they were just so focused on him. So that was a good thing for me. I was able to watch TV without no one saying about a vaccine or, you know, anything like that. So, you know,
Talking about vaccines, the vaccination passport, the COVID passports. What do you not think about that?
It's silly. It's really silly. You don't go around with your medical records going into shops saying, oh, this is what I have. You know, I'm HIV positive. I had the clap last week. You don't walk around. That's why it's confidential. That's why it's confidential. You know, and I think if you have that COVID, if you are having the vaccination, that also needs to be personal. You don't go around spreading those things about what you have, you know, your illnesses and things like that. You don't do it. So with COVID, I feel like they need to keep that same energy when it comes to, you know, medical records and them being private. And that's what that needs to also be private. You know?
I agree with that, but I think the concern is there's been so many waves already, and because the economy is already literally have a spiral down, I think they're trying their best to get it back up, and they're looking at different avenues. I'm not saying that I'm all for it, but I can actually see where they're going with it. They're trying to get the economy going, And that's one of the ways to get it go, because there's so many issues with it. There's mental health, people being scared to come out of their houses, people being scared to even just be in a space with somebody else. And a lot of there's coverage in the media that a lot of disability individuals who have work placements have actually given up their job because of that, because they're actually scared of their health. So I can see when they're saying that, okay, you know, the COVID passport of, let us know if you have this or you've taken that, so that you're not putting other people at risk. But I think then it needs to be policed a different way, of it coming out to let you know that, okay, I've got this, just not it just being so open that everybody hears or everybody know your business. It needs to be looked at in a different way.
I mean, I understand that. I understand people's fears and stuff like that. But let's not forget that prior to COVID, there were many, many contagious diseases out there. Nobody walked around flinching, being scared. You know, you're still able to get the common cold, flu, you know, any STI. You know, there's still so many things, and nobody was worried about anybody passing those on. So I don't understand. I understand, you know, COVID has, you know, taken the world by storm. But prior to that, there were still so many other illnesses that you could have caught, and nobody was fearful of them.
I would say people would have been fearful of them, sis. People would have been fearful of them until you give something a coverage for a certain period of time. That's when you get knowledge about it, and then before you know it, you don't start thinking about it anymore. It's like Ebola. When Ebola came out, oh my gosh! And all of a sudden now, it's like it's gone. It's there. It exists, and you know you have to get vaccine for it. It still exists, but now COVID has come and taken over. So until this comes out of the limelight, this is the limelight for now because of what it has caused. It has shut down the whole country, and not the whole country, the whole of the world. It doesn't just affect one country; it affects the whole world. So until this coverage is stopped, it's going to be in the limelight for a very long time.
I agree with that.
Did you see they said that the vaccination, you may have to top it up annually?
Like
what's that all about?
Like a flu jab.
Like a flu jab.
No. Well, can I ask a question on the panel? Who's thinking of getting the jab?
I'm not.
No.
Do you know what's so funny? I said to myself, because of what I do, teaching, but also gone into special needs teaching. So I do support students with a lot of areas of vulnerability. And I did say to myself, if my workplace comes to me and ask me to get it, I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to say, if I get this, this, and this, it's on you, and you're going to sign it. If you're going to ask me to take something, then know that they're going to be potential risk, and everybody's not the same. So if you're telling me that I can't put my student at risk, how are you going to put me at risk? And I did say I'm going to write a formal letter, and I'm going to make them actually sign it. Because it's not by law as yet, and I know they're trying to make it that way. But a lot of companies are going, if you don't take it, you can't work. Now, you can't put people out their livelihood like that. So if you're going to come and say that to me, well, I'm going to tell you, this is what I'm going to put in there, and you're going to sign it off. And if you're not going to sign it off, then why are you asking me to take the jab?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's
Angie, no?
No, definitely not. No, not unless I'm forced to, which I don't know if it's going to happen, but if I'm forced to, then it's a whole nother thing. But no, not while I'm able to speak for myself. No.
Yeah, that's a no for me as well.
Yeah. What about if work told you have to have it, Deb?
No. Because because I've been working there too long. That's for new people, isn't it? New employers. They said your old workplace can't ask you to take it because you're already in that job. But if I went to a new job, then they supposedly would want me to go and have it. But no, if work said that, it'd be a no. And it'd be the union, because I'm in the union, and they just give me a payout. I'm not going to make nobody force me to do anything no more. This is not slavery. That's all finished.
Yeah.
We've got, we can speak freely now. I'm not going to be doing none of that. That's a no for me.
Yeah.
Shinola?
I don't want to. And I know that I'm on the vulnerable list to have it done, but I just feel like
there's nothing vulnerable about you, Shinola.
Yeah, I know. But I just feel like
there's nothing.
I don't want to be forced into doing anything that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we haven't had enough time to even see what the side effects are and could be.
Yeah, it's not.
And I don't want to be a guinea pig because I'm not able for anything to happen to me, and then who's going to watch my kids? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes the effects come in later on in life.
Yeah.
Right.
You might find suddenly, you can't move your left arm. You're not having a stroke. It's because you took the COVID vaccine 20 years before.
Yeah, and if it's going to be a yearly jab, like I don't even take the flu jab.
No,
And as asthmatic, we're supposed to take it, but I don't take it, and I don't feel like I still feel like for my human rights, it should be my decision. If anything happens to me because I haven't taken it, then that's on me. But I shouldn't be forced to take anything that I don't want to be taking.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I agree.
Next one. The volcano that's erupted in St. Vincent. Have you lot seen the news about it? There hasn't really been much coverage over here in terms of what's happening, which is not really
a surprise.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of, White Yardie, he's been going on a rant.
Oh gosh, I saw him.
Yeah, he's been going on a rant about like the comedians,
he's calling people out.
He's calling people out, saying that you have a Caribbean background, so why are you not putting your voices out there so that you can spread awareness on what's going on? Which I kind of agree, because he was saying that they're quick to say, "Oh, support me with this," or I've got a new book out, come and buy my book, or support me in that. But nobody's saying anything about the people that have to leave their homes and their livelihood because the volcano has erupted. And we know someone that's in St. Vincent, and they're on the other side of the island. Yeah, but how long can they stay on the other side of the island before the volcano erupts on that side? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There needs to be more awareness.
So what is it they want them to do? What is it they want them to put funds together, like a GoFundMe?
Yeah. So there was a post going around this week, but the deadline for that on the post, it said on Tuesday. So I don't know if they're still continuing in it, because I haven't seen anything else that's been put out there. But they're looking for like the dry foods, the tin foods, the toiletries, the toilet tissues and all of that, the nappies.
What, they're looking for money to buy them?
No, they're looking for just people to bring it in and donate it so that they can
donate. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
So, which is a good thing. I mean, I mean, for this country as well, for the amount of countries that they've colonized over the years, and the support that they don't give support.
No.
Don't give support.
When it's not happening in their own community, they don't care. Come on, this morning on the news, not taken away, far from it. They were talking about a freaking caterpillar cake between Marks and Spencer, Sainsbury's and all that. Now, how can that get news coverage and things like this? Don't. It's just that stupidity, and because it's not in your own community, is that sort of, I don't give a crap. You're supposed to, because you're quick to go there to have holidays. You're quick to go there and say, I know about this and I know about that. But when it really comes down to the crunch, you can't be asked to actually support people, general people. You know, they can't be asked, and those sort of things just piss me off.
It does.
It really annoys me.
Desensitized, I guess. When it comes to
they don't care.
That's just what it is. They just
in a no care world. Nobody cares. Everybody's out for themselves.
So it's like, realistically, I guess, people might be thinking, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
I can pray about it and just hope, hope that the people are okay, and it's not as bad, as it might seem. Things can calm down, but realistically, as an individual, what can you do? So this is where the government needs to step in. When countries are going to wars, I'm sure other
they have all these meetings and
aid does come their way, even if you have to fly over the country and make the things parachute in, like how in the films, the medication and them things, parachute them in and let the people go and pick them up, But that doesn't even happen here. Is St. Vincent independent?
I think
I'm not sure.
The UK should be stepping in there, and if they're not independent, then they'll still be under us, right?
Under us.
Are they in our Commonwealth? Are they in
I'm not sure if they're even in the Commonwealth.
I'm sure they are.
Are they?
I need to double check, but I'm sure they're a part of the Commonwealth still.
I know a few countries came out of it the other day, innit? Like Barbados, they're not looking to trade no more with England. But I don't know about St. Vincent's.
Barbados was allowing some of the St. Vincent people to come over.
Yeah.
But I know that Barbados is quite close, so they're getting the ash.
Yeah.
Circulating, and Barbados was in darkness when the ash cloud was traveling. Like it was in darkness in the day.
Oh wow!
You see the ash just floating. Yeah, it's a mad thing, but I'm praying for them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a big island. It's quite a small island.
It's small,
You know what I mean?
They said they are a part of the Commonwealth.
They are.
Okay.
You see, and then there's no coverage.
I don't understand how they're not getting any help.
I know.
This is what he's saying, Yardi. Look, we've got all of these people, these celebrities. They're quick to say about the vaccine and put out that you must go and get it. And now look at these people. They're dying. They're trying to flee their country, and they're asking for help. And no one's jumping in. Nobody's coming in. No celebrity now. Nobody.
Like I said, I think if they're not getting anything out of it, then they don't need to promote.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way it is now, isn't it? It's a shame.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah.
It's sad.
When you live in a country and you got them natural disasters, it's
sad.
And especially around this time, with all this going on as well. It's just
going on, trust that.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, I just even like when you see like the adverts of when they show the villages in Africa and they ain't got no clean water. I just say to myself, how much years have we been doing charity work where you reckon how much millions of pounds and you can't run a water line into a village.
Right.
From I was at school, Shinola, look how many years we put into charity, and all now, no well has been built for the people to get water. This is a joke. This is years, Angie.
Years.
Yeah.
Even like when they do it like for the malaria nets, to stop the mosquitoes. Do you know what I mean? I'm just I don't understand what you're doing with the money. What are they really doing with the money? That's why I don't give.
That's why I don't give. I don't care who's got anything. I'm not giving. It has to go and give the people direct.
Yeah, it has to be direct. No middleman.
No middleman. Because I just feel like they're profiting off of it themselves.
Yeah, if you're going to sponsor a child, reach out to them directly.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to them.
Yeah, definitely. Man. I don't
Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe if a few people got the sponsors, like what's her name, Auntie Donadu. A few people that's been in problem. Maybe they put them up on Facebook and people can donate to them individually. Instead of doing it as a whole.
I would do that.
At least some people's getting something.
I think I'll do that more than.
I'll do that because at least I know who I'm sponsoring is getting it.
Yes.
One more thing. Just about I know not everybody might know, but just about like the violence that's been happening in Jamaica. There's been a lot of videos circulating. I mean, we had what's her name? Kareen? Was her name Kareen?
The young lady.
Yeah, the one she died. She was murdered.
Candice.
Candice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Candice
or Katie.
Yeah,
Candice or Katie's.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was murdered by the mechanic man that used to drop her to work.
Yeah.
You also had the woman. She was found in a shallow grave in her backyard.
Yeah.
What else has there been, Ange?
There's the teacher that they went in her house and killed and raped and killed her.
Yeah.
The woman with the mechanic.
They found her bag on the highway.
The bag on the highway. Yeah.
The woman who went to fix her car. That one.
Yeah.
Yes. The one who went to fix her car.
And the man on his way going about his business just at a bus stop.
And getting robbed.
Getting robbed. I mean, it's just, I don't know what's wrong with Jamaica.
Yeah, for me, and knowing that that's my heritage, where my family come from, and the things I want to do over there as well. I don't understand what's going on for a place that is so against certain things. I think their priorities are wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
The priorities have become a bit questionable more lately, because looking at the females who are dying, it's mostly partners and family members are doing it. And I think that's the most shocking thing ever. And it's quite funny that, you know, we're all Jamaican women here, and you know the Jamaican man then love mess boat. But you know, all of a sudden the woman is taking a bit of backbone going. Just because I'm in Jamaica and we're all here fighting does not mean I should be treated like that.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking a stand. And I think it's more of, once again, that bit of ignorance. And I just feel like those men are not men. Just straight up, they're not men, because I don't seem to understand, if you came from a pussy, how are you going to go and kill one?
Right.
It doesn't make sense, you know. You came out of one. Now all of a sudden that woman is saying to you that what I expected you to be, you're not, and I'm going to take my stand, and all of a sudden now I'm not supposed to, and my life deserves death.
That's it.
Women will just leave you and say, go run off to your woman, go run off to whatever, we may thump you down or whatever, you know, they give you a little thump, but I just I don't believe that it deserves
death.
It don't deserve you ending my life for over jealousy. Jealousy and shittiness, and I
think I'm just so blasé with it now. Like that video recording that we listened to the other day, Ange, when the woman left the man and he was like, after me look after you when you did sick.
When you're sick, you know, that's what you're meant to be doing.
Like, thanks for looking after me, innit?
Yeah.
Kill you, me. When Andrew open up this place, me, I go find you, and me, I go kill you. What?
What? Yeah.
That's
like, you really pussy with.
It's leave a Jamaican man because they stay in the way, you know.
Try to block.
Right, there. You turn behind you, there.
There.
Any which way you try and turn, they're there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to Jamaica, that island, it needs a cleanse.
Definitely.
It definitely needs a cleanse. I don't know if, you know, God can run a Noah's Ark again and just water it out. You know, save the good.
No, for real though, they do need something, because it's just pure crosses.
It's like the focus. Yeah, it's like the focus has gone on something else. The trueness, what you're supposed to be focusing on, the land.
I don't know if it's a case of not enough opportunity. I don't know. I know that the island is very oversexed.
They're just too much of it.
Too much sex.
Just don't get it.
The little babies getting raped now, when it's, you know, the women are dying all over front, all over what's between your legs.
Yeah.
Sex, then they need to calm down. It's in the music, it's in everything with them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What do you say, Kazoo?
What did you say?
Yeah, there's so much wild animals for that.
Yeah, that's it.
If you want something, you better. You don't do that to your own. Yeah, your own blood, man. It's just
this
fire burn this, fire burn that, and you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it, and it's funny how they're so quick to talk about man, a real bad man and blah blah blah. But where are the real bad men when these crimes are occurring? Why are you not
helping out?
Jungle justice.
Yeah.
Why are you not going out into your community and handling these people if you're so bad?
I've seen one, and Angie posted that video, that one with when the man came to stab up the woman and pour gasoline on her, and then they came and beat him up.
Beat
him up and wait for the police to come and get them. They're quick to say, when you look kill a woman, who are you gonna sleep with, man?
Yeah, that's what they say. Pure man's gonna be left in Jamaica.
And I'm just thinking, like, it's true, because maybe, who knows?
Maybe it's a sexuality thing.
Maybe.
Why they're being
But then
so violent.
I do also think that it comes back down to how they've grown up as well.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. Just
I was saying it to someone the other day, and because they didn't grow with their mum, they grew with their grandparents, and their grandfather was very strict. And where back in the days, the women sort of listened to the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they didn't really have a say as such. And I think that because that person wasn't nurtured by a mother, the way how they express their feeling is different, because they don't know how to.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, but I also think it's one too many people getting away with it. Now, when you have a country and they have a criminal justice system that even fails, like I heard of two police officers going into a woman's home and they actually shot her. They never said properly why and yet they said it has happened so many times that it's just become a taboo now. They're like, oh, that one died down there. Maybe
that's it.
Maybe she never did this, or maybe she carried on with herself. That's why them shoot her. No, you went into someone's home as a police officer and shot the woman in their own home. So if a police officer can do that, when you get those little side street men and women on the street, they're going, well, if society's saying that it's okay, why can't I do it? It goes back to if you don't, it doesn't have to have a mother or a dad. If you don't have someone in your life who can hold you accountable, it's literally holding you accountable, then it all goes to crap. You can have friends who hold you accountable. You can have your mother, your dad, your sister, your brother. It doesn't have to be a mother and a father. Someone who holds you accountable. And people like to be proud, going, well, you're a big person now, so you can do your own thing. No, if you're a big woman and you're doing wrong, or a man, you're supposed to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Now the justice system is not held accountable, so I can just so passers-by be held accountable.
That whole justice system needs to change. They need to bring in people that are properly trained, because for the Jamaican people, for the Jamaican police force, everything with them, to get away with a crime, give them a little change.
No. The woman, then give them a little front.
Give them a front. Well, look at the rum and raisin. Lord God.
Oh,
you guys,
God.
I've sent another link to the chat. Yeah, click on that one. It's gonna come off now. All right. Okay, so with rum and raisin, I don't remember what else to say about that, but the violence over there, I just don't know what's happening. Because for me, I want to buy property over there, but I don't know now.
No, it's not a good idea.
I said to Debbie just the other day, Jamaica's not seeing me.
It's not seeing me at
Jamaica
all.
is not seeing me.
It's not. I'm not going.
There's some, proper change.
I think for mine, I don't know if you are aware, an uncle of mine died. It's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
Yeah.
Who's
and
that?
he was actually killed in the hotel.
Oh.
Was he killed?
He worked in the hotel. And we couldn't get in contact with him for days, and one of the uncles just said, let's go to his apartment, and it was like an hotel apartment because he works with the hotels, he does all the excursion stuff.
Yeah, because they give them a room.
They said he was dead for at least 3 days. Someone went in there and done something out of jealousy. Really? And it was just
what kind of work did he do in the hotel?
He works with like hotels, so he does excursion for all the, like if you go to
what was his name?
Uncle Dale.
Is Dale dead?
Uncle Dale.
Dale.
Yes.
You didn't
Dale's
know?
Dead.
Yeah, you know,
Angie.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's been that's on
oh God, I
going
didn't
back
even
to
know.
It's mad, especially for it to hit home.
You didn't tell me, Angie.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's literally just hitting home because you just they're going, not only is happening to women, it's just general jealousy. Like if you don't have something, friggin' work for it. It doesn't come.
What was he stabbed? Was he stabbed? Was he stabbed?
Yeah, that one just said to me like, it can come close to you. It just don't happen.
Wow.
Just the distance. It can come close to you.
And that's the thing. Even like you would think that the resorts would be safe.
They're not. A lot of people kill themselves, jump from balconies, so they say, but we don't know.
There's no reason
for me because I'm supposed to take the little one to go see, and I'm not going to lie, I really don't want to. Going back to what you said, Shelona, I've spoken to, Isabel's dad, and we are looking to do that sort of property as well, one Nigeria here. And Jamaican, I'm not going to lie, I don't. After all of this, I'm just there going, you mean to tell me I'm going to go there and start grilling up my house? And I'm going to think twice to come out of my own house.
Right.
But also, I don't live there, so I'm going to have to put a trust in somebody who's going to do madness there, and then all of a sudden it's going to shit after I've worked so hard. And I'm there going, I'll put my money to better use than that.
My thing was to get a gated community, because obviously there's the 24-hour security. But even saying that, before we went, and didn't someone die in a gated community?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so
you can't trust anybody. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah, it's just, and I get that there's violence everywhere that you go.
Yeah, but the Jamaicans they're doing it to anyone and everyone.
Yeah, this is the problem.
That come out aren't leaving, they're not coming back home.
Yeah.
So anyone can kind of get it out there. You're not exempt. As much as there's evil people and badness everywhere, it's just too rife there right now. I wouldn't even go to America because I'd be scared the police are gonna brutalize me.
No. Do you know
what I mean? I'd just be terrified that somebody's just gonna be trigger happy and shoot me.
That's
it's not even only trigger happy. Did you hear about there's a little thing going around, a little clip going around. There was a guy, I would say maybe he was in his 19s, within his early 20s, and he was walking down a street, and because that street was white, this guy came out and started trying to get off the street. And he just going,
but he lives in the area,
Huh?
He lives in the area. The
man that pushed him is the army, whatever.
I saw
but they
that.
arrested him. I think he's doing time. They arrested him.
What happened? His wife was so stupid. I call it stupidity.
I know, she's just
that she videoed it and then posted it. So you're not even knowledgeable of how you want to do this shit. You're gonna video and post it and be so proud, and then gone crap. Actually, it was wrong. So they saw that, and then so many people marched onto that street, and
they're outside our house right now.
It's mad.
Oh God, you see,
yeah. No, America don't need to see me right now. Jamaica don't need to see me right now. Both of them areas, both of them countries, they need a deep cleanse. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're right.
What you got thought on the one that got shot in his car?
The Dante.
Ridiculous.
The woman's going taser. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know it's not a friggin' taser, it's a
You've
gun.
been the police for over 20 years and you don't know the difference between a gun and a taser.
They need to start putting these army veterans in, that kind of field, the policing. A lot of them are suffering from PTSD.
Yes,
and they need
you're right.
some mental evaluation before they're allowed to join the force.
Yeah.
Brain scans, CAT scans, all that. Because a lot
Cerise,
of them
you say they're suffering from PTSD?
Yeah, a lot of them are suffering from that.
Yeah, but they seem to suffer it more when it comes to black people. Don't you notice?
Well, because
as soon as they reach a black person,
countries with the brown people. That's why.
Yes,
they're over in where the brown people are. That's why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
you know what I mean. But no, they need to be doing some proper.
It's not on.
Yeah, they
but he had driving offence, he had robbery offence. I don't care what offence he had. He was driving, he wasn't hiding, he was driving.
Yeah.
So what's that got to do with any offence? They're trying to make they're always trying to make the victim look how they're trying to make him look.
They dig up something. They're trying to dig up something.
And she got manslaughter second degree manslaughter, not even first degree, but second manslaughter. That is bloody murder. That's
she knew what a taser and gun. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she did.
Definitely,
she did.
Definitely.
Did you see the one where the army lieutenant was in his car and the police?
Saw that one.
Maced him.
Yeah, saw that one.
Yeah.
People need to stop fighting for that country.
Yeah, but why is this happening, Cerise? This is another thing. Why is this happening? And why does it keep happening? And why is no one doing nothing about it?
Debbie, racism in America never ended. They've just moved it on into a different phase. It did not end. It never ended. A lot of these things, that happened, 50, 60 years ago, them black and white pictures that you see, it wasn't that long ago. They're only black and white because they want you to think it was.
Yeah.
But if you look up the Ruby Bridges, she's only in her 60s. First little black girl to go to an integrated school. It wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago.
When you talk about
and
60s,
America was never cleaned up of racism. Never.
But I don't understand how you can be racist in a country that was never yours.
Because they feel entitled.
It belonged to the Native Americans. It didn't belong to the white people.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then you came and you took it from them, but then you've got the audacity to be racist.
To have black people working on it, right? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I would say what Cerise is saying, like, it still exists. It's just been put in a different form. I don't know if you've heard about Texas students. There's a few Texas students that's been put on disciplinary about slave trade game. And this game is like an app, and they
were trading black people in the chat.
Yeah, they were saying how much that person's worth, and there was even a thing that there was a quote that said, a message that said, price set for one student, and then someone said, would be better if his hair wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like that's a 14 to 16-year-olds.
This is all learned behavior. Grandparents and their parents. Racist to the core. It's all learned behavior.
It's not changed. It
hasn't changed. It's just different.
Else.
It's just different. The Ku Klux Klan now wear the police uniform.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The prisons are the plantations now.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's just it. It's just changed, but it's still the same. It's still exactly the same.
Oh, it's the same here. If I can even just
it's different. It's different here. I think white people are a bit more timid here.
No, they're not. They are timid, but they try to do it in a different way. So let me give you a scenario. I was coming through Plumstead Station with Isabel. and a police officer. So they were stopping tickets, whatever. And one of the ticket officer must have said bye. And now, of course, it's a young black dude. A bit of ignorance coming to, like, you've stopped me. I feel a bit shame. That's fine. You should have come with a ticket. But okay, I feel shame. You don't want to say bye. Now, we got young kids, and knowing young kids, they say bye. Madame turned around to say bye. I simply just said to her, as a parent, I just said to her, nobody was talking to you. Now, what I was met with was the most disgusting reaction ever. There were two police officers, and they told me I was a bad parent. And I said to them, can you describe to me, how is it I'm a bad parent for telling my child that that scenario was not about you? And I'm the parent, and I'm going to tell you when it's safe to say hello or not. Now this police are kept, came at me, and I pulled him to the side with his key co-worker, and I actually shut him down, and I said, because you have a police costume, and I'm going to say it is a costume, because everybody else can buy it, put it on, put a badge on, does not mean it gives you authority to come and tell me how to raise my child. As far as I'm concerned and my child's concerned, you are a friggin' stranger. Now it's up to me if I want to tell her to say hello to you. Once again, you have on a police costume. You are a stranger to my child. Just because you have on a costume does not mean you have an authority figure. And I turned around to the woman that he was beside, and I said, I'm sure you are a mother. Now my child is 2. If I told her not to say bye to you, that's on me. You are a stranger, are you not? They had to apologize.
They automatically think that because they're the police, that people could see them as safe. No.
No,
exactly. And this is what we need to teach our kids. There's different ways of fighting your battles. Going back to when we talk about Jamaica and saying that having people holding you to accountability. Now, having individual in your life shows you how to fight certain battles. Now, I could have gone aggressive and said, who the frick do you tell you are telling me I'm not a great parent? Do you know who I am? But I said, no, I'm going to challenge you on this. Now, that's because you have a frigging police costume doesn't mean you're a frigging authority figure. So go watch yourself.
They
all shut their mouth. Of course, my little babies, they're going, Mommy, stop shouting. They're going, no, lovely. I am just speaking with a strong voice, because they need to understand that just because they have on a police costume does not mean they can come and say certain things to me. And that's what we need to teach our kids. Fight your battles correctly, because you can shut them down. It's not about going guns blazing and not even having your own research to back it up. Now, if I turn around, when I turn around to that police officer, they're going, but are you not a stranger? Do I know you? Does she know you? He had to shut his mouth.
I mean, luckily I've never had like a run-in with any police like that. So I mean, as much as they can cause some trouble, I think for the younger black youth, they are useful. Unlike the American police, in my opinion.
But you think they're useful with the younger black youth?
No, they're not useful, because they do discriminate. I'm not saying that there's no discrimination. However, I know if I'm in trouble and I call the police, they're coming. And they're coming for the reasons why I've said. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
With the American police, it just seems like they show up anywhere. They just want to flex their, flex their muscles, because they feel like they're superior. But over here, at least you're getting the help that you need from the police here. Maybe it would be different if they were allowed to use guns. I don't know.
Maybe because they don't.
Maybe.
I feel like they will pull it out.
That's the topic.
I just feel like the police in America is just, sometimes I just feel like they're out for no reason. Like, who called you? It's like they go to every call. Somebody won't leave the Starbucks. They show up. There's certain things are just civil disputes. Why have you gone to that? Unless there's some kind of violence or there's a real threat, why have you gone to remove somebody
It's
from a
funny
premises?
that you said that, because I was watching on Facebook where it was a mixed race lady who went to go and get I think a burger.
Yeah.
But when she got the burger and tasted it, she started having an allergy. So she went to the woman and said, "Can I change this because I'm having an allergy?" And that was it. The woman that got in an argument with her, the white lady, phoned the police, you know, just like Cerise said, in McDonald's. And she said, "Why did you phone them? Just because I wanted to change my meal. I told you I was having that allergic reaction." And the policeman actually came out and was talking to her. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They're just out for foolishness.
They show up for the bare minimum. For the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this takes us into why we need to come together as one and support our own, and not
That's
be
not going to happen.
Watchful. Yeah, I understand that. It's a shame though, because the amount of things that we've gone through as a culture, and for us not to be able to support someone who's doing well, and we've got to have this red eye sort of mentality where we can't support one another. It's a shame.
It's a real shame, because I think when Black people get together,
it's
always a celebration. There's a vibe, like, do you know what I mean? Everybody wants to be a part of it, you know what I mean?
It's an
outside
energy,
races. When Black people get together, it's a party, it's a celebration, you know what I mean? So I would love to see more of that, but there's always going to be that one or small, you know, set of people, that will just purposely come out to just ruin it. You know? So even something as small as a party, sometimes party is nice.
Yeah.
Literally just a group of Black people partying, somebody's come out with a knife.
The negative vibe.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, I think it's possible, but there's always going to be that person that wants to throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, always.
I don't know. We're never going to support each other. I think a few of us will.
Yeah,
a few people will be out there really trying hard, you know, and like we said, starting with the young kids.
The core, I think everything is about the core, is undoing what was never questioned before. You know, of course, we're doing this and we're questioning it. And of course, we can tell the different generation within this, you know, what we're doing right here. But it's challenging it. And we Black people don't like to challenge each other as well. It becomes uncomfortable. It then also becomes shameful, like you're not knowledgeable, and they're going, you're not. Of course you're not, but you have, you know, just going out there to gain that knowledge is very important, and we become proud and don't want to actually gain that knowledge, and we need to undo that, because there's always going to be someone who's a lot more knowledgeable. You can get there. It's not something that you cannot get to. You can get there, but then we become proud, and I think a lot of us, that core, where it came from, it needs to address that. Why can't we actually support each other? What is within it that is stopping us from really just going, okay, I see you there. What do you need? This is what I can give. I'm not saying I can give everything, but this is what I can give. So what do you need? And then, you know, people don't want to be like, feel like they're supposed to ask for things. Because sometimes I have conversation, because my type of job that I do work with a lot of older generations, and I do question them. I can't tell you where that question nature came from, but I like to understand certain things, and I do question. I'm like, guys, why do you not behave like that? Why you see someone doing good, and you always seem to find a negative quotation to put that person back down? Like, why can't you bask in the glory with them? Because you might actually learn something. But you don't want to see someone else get far.
No,
so you don't put it down.
It's jealousy. It's jealousy.
And and there you go. Once again, it's friggin' jealousy. You're killing women and men because of jealousy. You're not supporting each other because of jealousy. Like, what? It really just rubs me up the wrong way, and I see a lot in our society. You know, I'm on this neighborhood thing within my neighbors, and someone must have put on them and go, oh, my dad's very ill and he needs to go to a hospital. And I'm going to be honest, guys. Yes, it was a black, and nobody commented. And I was just like, if I had the car, I would. I did, because we was buying a new car. But I was just like, if I had the car, I would. But I'm like going, why do we have a neighborhood something like that, but yet nobody's responding?
Yeah.
Why is it going to be? Why is it there then? People are saying that they need help. The black community is saying that they need help. But then when it's time for you to help, you don't want to help.
You don't,
But you want the help though. You know, if someone comes and say, here's this, you take it.
Yeah. Right, but people just want to be a part of something. Some people just want to be on the in crowd. So you'll have people talking, I'm a part of this committee and that committee. Oh, what are you doing for the people? Oh, nothing. I'm just a part of the committee. Do you know what I mean? It's just they just want to be in something, you know. Sometimes it's just out of boredom and stuff like that. But there's people that, you know, they might be,
but they're not actively doing anything.
It's not genuine and they're not active, you know.
They're just not active.
I guess those are the kind of people that you need to watch out for. The people that want to just pretend to be a part of something, but really and truly have no real interest in people.
Well, hoping like this is a stepping stone, because going back to it needs to be talked about. People, you know, our community we need to address our community and go, guys, we're all here. We need help. There's no shame in actually asking for a bit of help.
But that's
very important, because the little help that you'll get can take you far. You can't always want to be stunted in your own foolishness. It's just
people don't like to ask for help though.
People have that mentality that, oh, if I help him or her, maybe they'll get a bit further than me though.
See, they go,
somebody to advise, and they're like, oh, you know, well, I did this, I did that. It's so difficult. Try and put you off.
So they're not there.
Or they won't, you know, they won't give you the fuller details of how to, you know, get to where you need to be or to accumulate certain things. You know what I mean? They'll, you know, you ask somebody, oh, you know, I like your wig. Where'd you get that? Oh, I got it online.
Yeah, exactly. Where the internet is very vast.
Like where? How much it costs? You know?
No, it's true.
They don't want you to have it. No, but it's just simple compliments, though. I don't know if you've ever like given. I love compliments and I love giving it, right? And sometimes I'm out there and I'm just like, I'm looking. There's that thing that when you're growing up, your parents always say to you, look, but don't stare. Now, if I find myself really going over 5 counts, I'm staring. So I come out with something and I go, I like what you have on. But they look at you going, who the hell are you? Like, how can you give a positive, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm just actually saying that you look good in it and I like it. Like, take it and run with it. I'm not asking for nothing. It's that we don't even compliment each other. It's so bad, you know. It's
if some people don't like compliments, boy. Maybe it's their self-esteem that they don't have the confidence in themselves to accept it.
Maybe.
And that's because people don't give it to them a lot.
And that's probably what it is.
They don't get it a lot. So when it comes, they go, what do you want? You're like, I don't want anything. I'm just generally saying that your hair look nice, or you know, that pair of jeans that you have on look nice. Bye. I don't want nothing else from you. I found that little one is also doing it. Like today we went to the shop and she was just like, Mommy, can I go and ask them where they got that from? And I was like, wow, I'm rubbing off on you. But that's the bit that I'm saying that, you know, it has to start from somewhere. And if someone's not in your life that does that, you see as alien. You look at it, they're going, I don't know what's going on here and I don't want to bask in it, yet it's something good. And you can't question it for yourself.
It's true though, because even with you saying that, you could be looking at someone, what they're wearing, and they think that you're looking at them in a negative light, and it would be like, what are you looking at me for? Or why
especially if they're black, because you know they got that attitude.
I said this to Angie and Debbie earlier, that like when my grandma came over and she settled in Brixton, like, and all the Caribbean, all the Jamaican people were here, when they saw each other, because they were in a foreign place and they only really had each other, but when they saw each other on road, they would hail each other up. We don't do that.
Yeah.
You still get 1 and 2 people. Sometimes I get a few black people that I pass, you know, and women and men, especially at the workplace. A lot of black people that come in, they do tend to say hello, you know. You still got 1 and 2 nice people like that out there. Not much, but you still got 1 and 2 people that, you know, I would see a black brother outside. It could be anybody, Nigerian or, I'm not Jamaican, because, you know, they're always looking somebody, but, you know what I mean? And, you know, there's hello leads on to something else with them. But, you know, when you see a genuine guy there and they just say, you're right, you know, because you see a black sister. And you just say hi and you just pass and everybody. There's a few people still like that out there.
But
Not many.
I find that's older generation though, because I do find that the older generation, you know, they do look at you, give that little head nod, you know, and especially if you see someone more than 4 times or more than 5 times, because you know you do that. But the younger generation now, they don't even give you eye contact.
No,
like they either their hoods down like this, and you're like, I can't see your face. What's going on there? Like, show your face, man. Head up.
I think that's my favorite generation, the older Jamaicans, like my grandma's era of people.
That's
I just love them. I don't know what it is.
I prefer an older crowd as well. I was even saying to Debbie the other day, I want to go to a big people dance.
No.
You know what I mean? Because you know,
you don't have no problems.
No problems there. Everybody just go. Whoever want to crab.
Into a
It's true. It's so true. Like you just go there, you vibe, you broke out yourself, you get hot, you just go home, you get a piece of chicken and you're gone.
That's it.
I could do Sebastian's actually, innit?
Just a nice little, you know, atmosphere with bigger people, everybody just enjoying themselves and, you know. That. What about black people and saying I'm sorry? They have a problem with sorry.
Oh, they
do indeed.
They definitely do, and I think it's a pride thing. It's an
definitely an ego trip. Yeah.
And I don't understand why they can't just say sorry.
You know, I kind of look at myself, and maybe that's something I've struggled with in the past. You know, maybe I'm sorry, I'm guilty.
Is that because your parents never said sorry to you?
Maybe.
I found that when it's not something that is within your
mum
circle.
never said it to me, my dad never said it to
it's like when it comes to
until I'm
showing love and affection. A lot of our black communities don't, because you literally go, where you going? Move. Like, go sit by yourself, go and do this. And you're like, actually, you know, we're all human beings. Bit of love and affection, saying sorry, showing that you appreciate something. I don't know why we can't actually show that to each other. Is that going back to that proudness, or you don't want to look vulnerable?
Oh, I think it's going, that.
Where did you learn that from? Everybody's vulnerable. You were very vulnerable when you were smaller. So why all of a sudden you're not vulnerable?
I don't know. Good one.
It's just I mean, a lot of the times I say to myself, I feel like I was meant to born in the older generation, because my brain is old.
I say that all the time as well.
I question things, and I don't care if you can't answer it. I want to know your knowledge on it. There's always going to be other people knowledge on it, but why can't you do it? You know, you need to go to that core of, is when we start questioning ourselves, or why can't we do it? I think that's when the change starts happening. You can't be waiting on someone else to come and tell you this is why we can't do it. That person can't speak for you.
You got to look at yourself.
You have to speak for yourself. So you know, Debbie, when you said it's only the other day I thought, oh, I didn't say, you know, I couldn't say sorry. And that's because it's something that was just instilled into us from when we were younger. Even in my 33 years, like sometimes I'm like, this girl's coming to hug me again. I'm not used to that friggin' affection. I went to hug my parents back in the day. They tell me, move. And it's changing that, because I'm there going, I don't want to raise a mental health child. Like, don't know no affection, nothing. They go to school and all of a sudden they're seeking something else instead of actually seeking what is on that board. You know, so I go to myself, let me see exactly what she wants. What is it that you're getting out of this? It's allowing yourself for it to take place. We don't allow ourselves for things to take place.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I don't know why we don't do it.
It's because it's uncomfortable for people.
It's
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think Nishay's very sentimental, and she likes the hugs, and she likes the "Mum, I love you." And for me, I didn't really grow with that. I think I probably got it more from my grandmother than I did from my mum. But when I asked my mum, she said she never really got it from grandma.
So
it's going down the generation.
So I just think that it's a different. I think they learn from them as they learn from it, because even though grandma didn't do it with my mum, she did it with me, and even though my mum didn't do it with me, she does it with my kids.
So
I think but with me, I'm not that. It's only some people I can be really sentimental with.
I think that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I think we all need to question it, don't we?
For
our own self. I know I've questioned it. I used to love hugging my grandmother. I don't know. They showed a bit more affection. The grandparents for some reason. When it comes to your own parents,
I guess as they get older, they get a bit more mellow.
Definitely. My mum was over strict, and we weren't naughty kids.
You
know what I mean? But then when she went on to have Micah, Aaron, and Sham, she calmed right down. You know what I mean? They could get away with things that we could never get away with. So I think maybe it's growth, innit? It came with age.
Definitely. Yeah, because I'm all right with grandkids. I can hug grandkids and find no problems. It's funny, like you said, but I think maybe growing up with Callum, I didn't do too much of that. But with grandchildren, I'm okay. Like you said, it's growth. It's growth.
Would you say it's because it's not your responsibility? Because I find that our grandparents are a bit more, we're a bit more lenient, and that's because they're like going, I've had my time, I've done my kids. Now you're going to know what it really takes to raise kids. So I'm going to make you come up with your own plan. And I have my own plan as grandparent to back you up, but I'm going to make you come up with your own plan. I think you'll go through that somehow. So grandparents become mellow, but I think to them, they're like, it's now time for me to enjoy my grandkids. I had to work. So it's now let me enjoy that little body that I was supposed to enjoy before, but because I wanted to make sure my child reach ahead, I weren't giving them that. So now let me do it. I find that's what I see when I take a little step back and I look at when Izzy is around her grandparents. I'm just going, oh, okay, you're giving company. You didn't give me none. You're making them get ice cream at a certain time, but you never give me none. And I'm going, but why? They're like, because they go back home with you.
Like,
okay.
All right then, people.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Same.
Do we have anything more else to say? I don't have any more topics. Anybody else want to bring anything out there?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I think we covered enough.
We covered a lot of things.
So
with our little 4 group,
this was
This was
nice little intimate session.
With Shelona, we might
in there like sweating. I wanted to do this, and I'm like, hold on, let me not do it yet. Shelona can't cut it out yet. We're in the mid conversation.
Wait, let me end it first, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for contributing. I hope you have a good week, and we're back to work next week, guys. So
are you back?
I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh gosh, you're going to be, it's going to be horrible for you.
All right, thanks, Deb. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.